Hello everyone, welcome to the today's top PIB news session on EduTap, in which we are going to cover a very important report that has been recently released, that is State Energy and Climate Index Round 1. So guys, when we talk about this report was being recently released. But why this report has been released? See, we cannot forget the announcement made by Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi during the COP26 summit, in which he presented 5 nectar elements in order to deal with the climate change. And guys, these were the 5 different targets which have been announced by our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji during the COP26 summit. And to achieve and to move forward and to achieve these part of the targets, the Government of India has decided to launch and to initiate one such step in order to achieve these targets, that is the State Energy and Climate Index Round 1. So guys, whenever we talk about such kind of index, what is the very first thing that we are required to cover? That is the releasing body. And guys, when we talk about this report, Niti Aayog is the organization which has basically come up with this State Energy and Climate Index Round 1. So moving on to the next dimension, that is about this particular index. So guys, when we talk about this index basically tracks the efforts, the measures, the steps taken by the Indian states and union territories in the climate and energy sector. So guys, basically these particular index, the findings from this index, the Indian states and UTs can basically benchmark their performance with their peers. Apart from that, they can analyze the potential challenges, which are basically the obstacles, and by just covering those particular obstacles, what they can do, they can achieve more better energy management in their particular area. And apart from that, they can also efficiently manage their energy resources. So guys, when we talk about the objective of this particular index, this index basically ranks the Indian states and UTs across 6 parameters. And when we talk about the ranking of these Indian states, guys, with the help of these rankings, this is basically going to drive these states and union territories in providing affordable, accessible, efficient and clean energy transition at the state level. And apart from that, a healthy competition among the states will also be induced due to this particular index. Now when we talk about the next important dimension, that is the methodology and the framework of the index. So basically this particular index ranks the Indian states and union territories across 6 different parameters, which are further divided into 27 indicators. So basically these 6 parameters are having further 27 indicators. So what are these indicators? These are basically the DISCOM's performance, access, affordability, reliability of the energy efficiency, clean energy initiatives, environmental sustainability, and the new initiatives taken by the Indian states and union territories. So these are basically the important parameters across which Indian states and union territories have been ranked by this index. So guys, when we talk about the classification of the states, so guys, basically this particular index divide and classifies the Indian states across 3 categories, that is the larger states, which are having a total number of 20 states, then smaller states having 8, and union territories, which are once again having total 8 union territories. So apart from that, these particular Indian states and union territories have also been categorized into 3 different categories on the basis of their SECI score. That is the composite SECI score. If it is more than and equal to 46, then the state will be in the category of front runner, and when it is between 36 and 46, the state will be in the achievers category, and when it is less than and equal to 36, then it is going to be in the aspirants category. So guys, now when we talk about the next important thing, that is the key rankings of the Indian states and union territories. And whenever we talk about the rankings, what you are required to cover? You are required to cover the top performer and the worst performer in that particular index. So guys, when we talk about 3 different categories here, so when we talk about the larger states, then among the larger states, Gujarat was the top performer with a SECI score of 50.1. And when we talk about the worst performer in the category of larger states, then it was basically Chhattisgarh, which has scored just 31.7 in this particular index. Now when we move on to the smaller states, among the smaller states, Goa was the top performer while Arunachal Pradesh was the worst performer. Now moving on to the union territories, and among the union territories, Chandigarh was the top performer with a score of 55.7, and when we talk about the worst performer, it was basically Lakshadweep, which has just scored 26.9 SECI points. So guys, when we talk about in a nutshell, so here you can see the top performer and the bottom 3 performers among the larger states, smaller states and union territories. So you can just cover them from this one single table only. Now apart from that, there is also the overall SCCI score. So when we talk about the average score of all the Indian states and union territories, it was basically found to be 40.6. And apart from that, here the highest score, and that is the top performing and the worst performing Indian states and union territories across the 6 parameters have also been mentioned here. For example, in the discounts performance, when we talk about this parameter, then Punjab was the highest performer. In the access, affordability and reliability, it was Kerala which was the best performer. In the terms of clean energy initiatives, it was Chandigarh. In the terms of energy efficiency, it was Tamil Nadu. In the terms of environmental sustainability, it was Chandigarh, followed by new initiatives, in which Tripura was the highest performer in this particular index. So guys, I really believe that this is very much clear to all of you. Now when we talk about the other important findings, so here you can see when we talk about the highest forest carbon stock, then it was found to be in the Indian state of Sikkim as per this particular index. Apart from that, when we talk about the highest CNG penetration in any Indian states and union territory, then it was found in Delhi. And guys, when we talk about highest electric vehicle penetration, then it was found in Tripura, Delhi and Assam. So basically guys, these are the important findings, these are the important rankings that you are required to remember from the exam point of view. So basically we have covered the releasing body, the framework, what exactly was the aim of this particular index. Apart from that, we have also covered the what exactly are the important rankings that you are required to remember from the exam point of view. So guys, now let's move on to the practice question. And in this question, what you are required to cover, you are just required to find out, identify the correct statement in relation with the State Energy and Climate Index Round 1 report. So now just focusing on the keywords here, you can see that it has been prepared by Niti Aayog. What was the aim? That is to track the efforts made by states and union territories in the climate and energy sector. Now when we talk about the ranking of the Indian states, these Indian states and UTs have been ranked across the 6 parameters, which further comprises of 27 indicators. Now when we talk about the top performers, then Gujarat, Kerala and Punjab have been ranked as the top 3 performers in the category of larger states. So that means option E is the right answer, as all these statements are correct in terms of this particular index. So now guys, when we talk about the homework question which was being asked in the last session, then the right answer to that question was basically 7.5%. That is when we talk about the Asian Development Outlook. Asian Development Bank has projected that India's economy will grow by 7.5% in the fiscal year 2023. So here is the list of all the star performers from the previous session, and guys, these are all the people who have answered the homework question correctly from the last session. If you also want your name to be mentioned here in the upcoming session, then please answer this question, which is basically here on the screen. So basically what you are required to do, you are just required to identify the name of the campaign which has been recently launched by the Petroleum Conservation Research Association, which basically aims to spread the message of the fuel conservation and energy efficiency in our country. So whether it is Swachh Bharat, Saksham Bhavishya Ki Aur, Clean Bharat or Pradushan Ko Maat, so do answer the question in the comment section below. And if you have not still subscribed to our YouTube channel, then kindly subscribe it and press the bell icon to receive all the latest updates of the courses and videos offered by us. And you can also join our Telegram channel to get the access to the PDF of these sessions. To join the Telegram channel, kindly click on the link given in the description below. So guys, that was all from the today's session. I believe that today's session was useful and fruitful to all of you. If you are having any queries, what you can do, you can drop us a mail at hello@edutap.co.in, and you can also call us at 8146207241. So thank you for joining us. Wish you all happy learning.